A Christmas Surprise by Freya Blamey. 24th of December 2016. Peter Smith lived alone in a small bungalow in Wootton, at the top of a hill on the Isle of Wight, away from the hustle and bustle of the town. He liked being alone. People asked too many questions, and Peter would prefer to forget some events of the past. Today was Christmas Eve. Peter hated Christmas Eve. In fact, he hated Christmas, full stop. It just brought back too many awful memories. Peter looked out from his lounge window across the town and sighed, thinking about all the people getting into the festive spirit. Peter wasn't always like this. He used to love Christmas. One year, Peter even dressed up as Father Christmas for Wootton Primary School fair. But nowadays he preferred to be alone in his armchair, sipping coffee. A low ringing sound drifted through the stairs, startling Peter. Bring, 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 bring. I'm sure I've heard that sound before, he thought as he stood up to investigate. Peter followed the sound through the hallway and up the old creaking ladder into the attic. Squinting through the darkness, he could barely make out the faint outline of cluttered boxes, stacked like great pyramids, reaching up to the ceiling. As Peter stepped closer to investigate, he realized the ringing was coming from inside a box. Cautiously, he nudged the edge of the lid, and it clattered to the floor, revealing what was inside. Pang of emotion, buried over the years, suddenly washed over Peter, leaving him kneeling by the box, trying to prevent himself bursting into floods of tears. You see, 5 long years ago, his wife, Mary, had been hit by a bus on Christmas Eve, coming home from a shopping trip in town. It had been the worst day of Peter's life when the police knocked at his door to tell him the bad news. The police said that Mary wouldn't have felt a thing, that it was quick. However, this didn't make Peter feel any better. He blamed himself. Why didn't he go with her when she had asked? He couldn't be bothered with the Christmas Eve crowds and the queues, and had made an excuse. Through the waves of emotion, he dug into the box, past his wife's old clothes and jewellery, to find a glowing old mobile phone that Peter hadn't seen or used for years. It was ringing as if someone was calling it. Peter picked it up. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Oh, hi, it's Mary. Can you take the Christmas cake out of the oven for me? Millions of thoughts rushed through Peter's head. What? Mary, is that really you? Well, of course it's me. Who did you think it was? Am I dreaming? Well, this can't be happening. Are you a ghost? What do you mean, a ghost? Oh, you do have some funny ideas, Peter. Suddenly, Peter had a thought. What is the date? He questioned. It's the 24th of December, Christmas Eve. No, the year. What's the year? 2011. Peter, what's going on? Nothing. Just promise me, when you cross the road today, you'll watch out for any buses, mumbled Peter through his tears. OK, I'll be home in 5 minutes, said Mary. No, promise me. It's really important. The phone went dead. Peter looked closely at the phone and shook it. It had no battery power. Had he imagined that whole conversation? He must have done. Peter shrugged and carefully climbed down the attic ladder. He was feeling chilly, confused and sad. He didn't like the memories that day had brought. He slowly paced into the kitchen, feeling more alone than ever, and turned the kettle on. Just then, the doorbell rang. That's weird, he thought. Nobody usually visits, but must be those pesky carol singers again. He walked glumly over to the door and opened it. He couldn't believe his eyes. Standing in front of him was Mary. He squeezed her arm, not believing she was real, then pinched himself to check he wasn't dreaming. "You look like you've seen a ghost. Oh, you would never believe it. The number 9 bus almost knocked me over today. Someone needs to have a word with that driver. Oh, it's cold out here. Oh, let's put the kettle on." Peter grabbed Mary into a massive bear hug, squeezing her so tight and never wanting to let her go again. This was going to be a great Christmas. The end.